I'm Pop Sigung. Welcome to my channel where I teach my personal martial art of Bagua Kuntao Silat. Today, we're going to work on circling the square with piercing palm. Now, some people will ask, why do we work on circling the square, walking a circle as Bagua Zhang does and I use in Bagua Kuntao Silat, although not nearly as much. It's because here is where you can learn how to have the proper structure, appropriate footwork while maintaining balance, controlling your center, and learning how to control other people's center without having someone there. For solo practice, you can do it with solo practice. Also, you can work on preset combinations and learning the large movements under your own tutelage and study that translate into small movements. Now with this particular thing, circling the square with piercing palm, I've incorporated the large movements and smaller movements so you can learn how they are so similar, the differences therein, and how you might use them later, or at least the practice. You also learn energy flow, or how to create and use chi. Circling the square techniques are done at fundamental and basic levels to lay that foundation. So when you have the fight, you want to have your body move as close as you can as you do in practice, so that you have the best, most effective techniques in an actual fight or self-defense situation. Now, with circling the square techniques, you also are able to work on it over and over and use it as a workout. And that's the entire point. Without beating yourself or your training partner up, you gain effectiveness. You want to be able to hit hard, fast, and often. Appropriate circling square techniques allow you to do exactly that, while also learning how to move internally. Hopefully you've checked out my other piercing palm videos. This one will help you lay that foundation so that you can use piercing palm appropriately, whether it is offensively, defensively as an offensive technique, as you're bridging the gap, as a setup for throws, combinations, other strikes, sweeps, trips, or anything else you may do, or as just a means to make that contact so that you can do the original technique, as piercing palm is our longest upper body technique. In this position, you'll note it's larger movements. The original movement, as in section 1, is this, except we're exaggerating because you want to learn those large movements, and in combat, it's much smaller. And you'll notice as you do more advanced, it's much, much smaller. But here, at basic and fundamental level, we want to make it larger. You want to have that same structure, but compacted. But you want to learn the appropriate structure. That's what circling the square is all about. Same as footwork. It's going to teach you how you can use the upper body techniques with different footwork. Circling the square helps you with that. Also, it helps you with not only changing direction, but how to apply that weight as you're shifting around with each step, so you stay rooted the entire time. Now, I'll show you from the side, so perhaps you can see better what's going on. And I'll move slowly so that you can see it. Right? You can see the fundamental stepping. And notice here, now, this is curved, this is just above my head, too much over my head. I don't care, it's gonna miss. But like I said, as it's if we're rolling a beach ball between and the ball gets smaller for this, and it comes back out. You wanna maintain that tension and pressure, and you wanna do that as if you're holding a very heavy ball that does that, to maintain that feeling and that pressure and twisting. This is going to help you with, when you make that strike, your entire body supports it, Even if you're on one leg, one foot, doesn't matter. You're still planted, and your entire body supports your fingertips, which supports your hand, then your wrist, and your entire arm. So you can make those full power strikes from any angle, any step movement. It doesn't matter. Circling a square and properly performing these techniques will help you do that. And this foundation basic training helps you do that. As you can see, the footwork is very simple. Cut in the corner, walk it straight, cut in the corner, walk it straight, cut in the corner, walk it straight, cut in the corner. Kalpu, right? So from here, the kalpu is coordinated with this. As this is going around, then this, and this changes. Again, as if you're rolling that ball and your body supporting the weight of that ball, and you shoot forward. And you can see here, it's always a ball. Even after you do this, you do it smaller, it's then like a tennis ball or racket ball, but then it comes up and you continue. And that is the form. You want to maintain the idea that you have that weight in your arms and you're throwing that weight, and that weight is on you constantly. It's that weight that you have in your mind and you're training with that helps you with balance, control of your center, and control of other people's center. It's as if you are fighting and moving that weight at all times. If you simply move through without the idea that you're not always moving against weight and resistance, and that you're moving with that relaxed, easy, sunken body, you won't gain the benefits you could from any of our circling the square exercises. And you want to do that. Don't want to waste your time. And you'll see improvements in everything else you do if you do that. Now, the most difficult part of this thing, once you get down the initial movement and stepping properly while your body is twisted in the appropriate structure, is changing direction, control your balance and joints as you move around the circle. But then you reach the point where you need to change direction. Now you saw that before, but I want to show you from the side more easily exactly what's going on. Please practice. Let me know how you're doing. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.